Hey guys, so in today's video, we're going to talk about live selling and why live selling sucks sometimes. You guys know that I'm real with you. I love live selling, but sometimes it sucks. And I'm going to be honest with you and tell you guys why it sucks. So I had a show over the weekend and the show ended up being amazing. Like the outcome of the show was amazing. I sold a lot of things. I made an amazing profit, but there were some hiccups during the show and that kind of prompted me to want to make this video just to talk about it. Okay, so before I get into what happened on Saturday, I just want to talk about some of the things that could go wrong while you are live selling. So first off, live selling takes a lot of time and energy. The best live shows are the ones where people are energetic, they're interacting with their audience, and sometimes it's hard to have that energy. Like sometimes I don't feel like doing shows and I end up like canceling shows because I'm like, I just don't have the energy to do a show tonight because it is a lot. Another thing with live selling is that you do have to have some technical knowledge because there are some things that could go wrong. There have been instances where I haven't been able to run items. There's just been a lot of technical things that have gone wrong, and you have to know what to do in those situations. You have to know how to adapt. And again, some people don't know. They don't know what to do. They wouldn't be able to handle that under pressure. You guys know that I love to sell Lululemon belt bags. Well, the majority of my belt bags, I'm looking at my belt bag wall right now, but the majority of my belt bags that I have are rare sold out colors. And so I have things priced higher. I always get people asking why I have stuff priced higher. You know, they'll be like, well, the retail's $38. Or sometimes they'll even be like, oh, well, this is on the website right now for $38. Why are you selling it for more than retail? When I get people that I think might be trolls, I try to give them the benefit of the doubt. But I mean, there are going to be trolls. Inevitably, there will be trolls. But yeah, I've gotten people saying like, oh, well, you can get this, cheaper on, other live selling platforms, or it's on the website right now. And that just totally like kills the vibe of the show. It's like, why would you do that? Like, are you going to walk into Target and be like, I can get this cheaper at Walmart? Like, no. So in my show on Saturday, I had 9 people bid on things and end up winning things, but they didn't pay for them. That's something that the live selling platform can pretty much easily fix by making it so you have to be a verified buyer in order to bid. But yeah, I mean, that got to be really frustrating. I know that some of them were trolls because I had made a YouTube video the day before saying that I was going to do a live show. So I feel like some of my haters, or actually my #1 fans, watched that video and then came to my show and they were probably like, oh, I want to fuck with her and I want to, bid stuff up and not pay for it. So I really think that a few of those were that was the case. But then there were some people, at least 2 people, that had excuses as to why the payments didn't go through. Someone said they had an issue with their card, which that happens sometimes, absolutely. Like you can have issues with your credit card, like maybe you entered in the wrong expiration date, or like maybe it expired and you got a new card, and the 3-digit number changed or whatever. So yeah, sometimes that does happen. But then someone was like, oh, I accidentally bid. Okay, let's talk about accidentally bidding. It would be super easy to accidentally bid if all you had to do was tap a button. You literally have to take your finger and slide from one side of the phone to the next. So I had someone say that they accidentally bid, and I have compiled a list of the best excuses of how people have accidentally bid in my shows before. You guys ready? I dropped my phone and it accidentally bid. I just sneezed and a droplet of liquid came out of my nose and it landed on the bid button and it bid. My toddler, my baby, my friggin' cat, my husband was climbing on me and accidentally bid. So sorry, but my pet iguana licked the screen and bid. I'm new to the app and I don't know how it worked and I accidentally bid. I bid on the item even though I knew I didn't have the money in my account to be able to pay for it. Oh, I bid on it, but actually changed my mind because I found it cheaper somewhere else. They're just a few of the excuses that I've heard, and it's just that all of the live selling platforms have a rule where bids are binding, and it's kind of up to the seller's discretion as to whether or not they want to cancel sales. I don't cancel sales because it's just a pain in the ass. It messes up the flow of the show. So let's say like I ran this lip gloss and there were like 5 different people bidding for it and it was a bidding war, and then somebody won it and then they're like, oh, well, can you cancel? I changed my mind. And then I'd have to rerun it. And what if those other people that were bidding on it are no longer in my show because they're like, shit, I didn't win that. I'm getting out of this show. Then it just fucks everything up. For the most part, I don't cancel sales. There will be maybe a rare occasion where I'll cancel a sale if you have a really good reason and I trust that you're not just being an asshole, but like 99% of the time, I don't cancel sales. Be prepared for people to ask a lot of questions in your shows. You'll definitely have those people that ask the same question over and over and over and over again, even though you've already answered it 16 times and you've had like your mods answer the question too, and like other people in the chat have answered the question, but they just continue to ask that question. So be prepared for that. One of my favorites is when people are like, oh, can you hold this for me? I get paid on July 32nd and I really want this. And can you just please hold it for me? I'm like, no. People will inevitably ask if you have any unlisted items. Like you could load a whole store with like 100 things and people would be like, do you have anything that's unlisted? It's like, yeah, I do, but I just loaded 100 things for this show. You'll get the question about measurements, so I suggest having a measuring tape with you because you'll get people asking, you know, what's the waist, what's the inseam, what's the length, what's the girth, what's the height, what's the weight, what's the head, So yeah, have those proper tools. Be prepared for those questions. A lot of people say that live selling is a risk because you sell things for a lot cheaper, which there is the potential in doing that, but that's actually a very easy fix. Like again, let's say this lip gloss. If I don't want to sell this lip gloss for less than $10, I'm not going to start this for $1. I'm going to start this at $10. So there's a very easy fix to that. But I know that is one of the things that people talk about when they talk about live selling. They're like, oh yeah, it sucks because stuff sells for cheap. But again, the easy fix is just to start your items at the absolute lowest price that you feel comfortable getting for that item. Like that's literally just a very easy fix. Another thing that can suck about live selling is some shows are definitely going to be better than others. You know, some shows you'll have like 50, 100 people in your shows. Other shows you'll have like 10 or 20. So that is one thing that like I even struggle with. I feel like a lot of people, you know, struggle with. It's not always like guaranteed that you're going to have a certain amount of people in your shows, regardless of the number of followers you have. Follower count means nothing. Means nothing. Follower count anywhere in life means nothing. Just remember that. So yeah, I guess you could say that is one thing that kind of sucks is there's no guaranteed like number of people that are going to be in your shows. Another thing that you could say sucks, I know some people don't like to do this, but you absolutely have to advertise yourself. You have to put yourself out there to be known, to be seen, to be heard, to gain followers. A lot of people ask me like, how do I gain followers? How do I get people in my shows? It's like, you need to put yourself out there. You need to post on social media, go into other people's shows, talk to them. Even if you're not going to buy anything, just engage with the chat so people see your name. Pretty much all I can think of. I feel like the main takeaway, the main reason why a lot of people don't want to live sell is that they feel like, I don't know, I hear a lot of people say like, oh, it's like QVC vibes, like it's fake. It's like, yeah, I guess maybe there are some people that act fake, but like I don't. It is a lot of work, and you know, you do have to have the energy and the personality to, I don't know, perform isn't really a good word, but I guess I'm just going to use that word. Yeah, perform. I guess a lot of people just don't like to do that. They would just rather be on the other side of the camera and taking pictures and listing. And I'm just not like that. I am so glad that I found live selling because I just like being on this side of the camera. I hate listing. I think that is so fucking boring. I hate taking pictures of shit and measurements and it's just that. I'd rather like be in a live show with like people talking and they'd be like, hey Vanessa, can you measure that? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, da, 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 da. You know, like, I don't know. I just hate like listing. It's just very boring to me. And I'm so glad that I found live selling because I'm having so much fun with it. I've been live selling for over a year now. And I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. If you guys have yet to come to one of my live shows, I will have a link down below to the Jamble app because that's where I am live selling right now. I have a code if you want to sign up. If you want to just purchase something, it'll give you a $10 credit. I also have a code you can use if you want to try to become a live seller. But don't let this video like discourage you. I feel like the pros definitely outweigh the cons. That's all I got for you guys today. You guys should comment down below and let me know your thoughts on live selling. The pros, the cons, the good, the bad, your opinions. I'm open to it all. Again, check the description box for links and codes. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys in my next video.